What if I told you that millions of human beings were stolen from their land, not just to work, but to be erased from history? This is not just the story of slavery. It is the story of survival, resistance, and truth. A story that has been hidden for centuries, buried beneath the narratives of empire, conquest, and civilization. The transatlantic slave trade began in the 15th century, when European empires set out in search of riches, resources, and first came Portugal, then Spain, Britain, France, and the Netherlands. Their ships crossed oceans, not just with goods, but with intentions of domination. They didn't invade immediately. They negotiated. They made deals with local African rulers, offering guns, rum, and cloth in exchange for lives. These weren't just business transactions. They were the beginning of centuries of suffering. Over 12 million African men, women, and children were forcibly taken. They were dragged from villages, ripped from their families, and marched to the coasts. There, they were packed into ships, stacked like cargo in the dark, filthy holds. This horrific voyage across the Atlantic became known as the Middle Passage. In those ships, there was no light, no air, no space, no dignity. Shackled in chains, shoulder to shoulder, people suffered for weeks or even months. Disease spread like fire. Hunger devoured the body. Madness broke the spirit. Many did not survive. Thousands died at sea, their bodies tossed into the ocean. Others made a different choice. They leapt into the water, choosing death over bondage. That was not surrender, it was resistance. It was their way of returning to their ancestors with dignity. Those who survived the Middle Passage faced a cruel reality on the other side of the ocean. They were sold like tools at auctions, stripped of their names, separated from their families, reduced to property. Men worked endless hours on plantations. Women were abused and assaulted. Children were born into chains, knowing nothing of freedom. And yet, even in the darkest of conditions, they resisted. Through song, they remembered their homes. Through stories, they passed down their heritage. Through rebellion, both silent and violent, they fought for freedom. And in their dreams, they saw a world beyond the chains. Africa lost entire generations. If this story touched you, help us share the truth. Like, comment, subscribe. Because when we honor the past, we shape the future. Together, we reclaim our history. Thank you for watching. See you next week.